Hey everyone, it's Lissette here and welcome to my channel. For this video, we're going to be doing my nails. You guys have requested this video plenty of times and I'm finally getting around to it. We're going to do these in real time. I may cut out some of like the boring stuff, but majority of this video is going to be in real time. I do my nails very slow. I take my time, so this may not be the video for some of you, but I do know that a lot of you requested this. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead. We're going to get started. As you can see, I'm prepping my nails. This is the snakehead drill bit. I'm using this at about 7,000, actually like 6,000, I think I'm at RPM, and I'm going around that cuticle section. And what this is doing is this is lifting the stuck on cuticle that's on the nail plate and kind of just lifting it up and away so I can easily just remove it with my ball bit. Now as you can see, I am not recording myself physically. I honestly didn't even want to get ready and my hair looks a hot mess, so I just decided to do a voiceover. But yeah, we're just going in as I stated, and I'm just starting off and prepping my nails. After this, I'm gonna go in. I'm going to take my, what do you call that, the ball cuticle bit, and with the ball cuticle bit, once again, I am using this around 6 to 7,000 RPM. My cuticle area is extremely hard. It's always been, and it's still constantly a work in progress for me to just maintain my cuticle area and making sure I don't have any hangnails, or like I said, they just get extremely hard. So I could definitely go a little further in a higher speed when it comes to the cuticle ball bit. If you are sensitive, you may need to be at around like a 4 or a 5. I do not suggest going at a really high speed with this. This is mainly to just remove all of that dead skin around the cuticle area, and this is just really going to help with all your lifting issues if you are having. And if you are wondering about whether if I'm on reverse or forward position, this is on the reverse position when you're clicking on your drill bit. When you're using, your machine. I can't even talk right now. I am a lefty, so I physically like working on reverse because left to right, because I could physically see it and is working towards me. I've seen some people work in the opposite way. I kind of feel like if you are a lefty and you're working in the forward position, you're working from right to left. You can't physically see what you're doing. It's almost like your hand is in the way. So you always kind of want to remember whether you're working on your left hand, on your right, or your right hand, you do want to make sure you're working towards yourself. So as you can see now, I switched over to my mandrel bit, and this is holding down the 180 sanding band. This is where I'm going in and I'm removing all the shine from the natural nail plate. And as you can see, I'm working towards me from left to right, so I could physically see it and nothing is like blocking my vision from, if I was working the opposite way. But once again, doing these steps and making sure your nail plate is free from any kind of oils or any kind of dead skin, your cuticle section is pushed back, you're exposing more of your nail plate. This is all gonna help with any kind of lifting issues that you are having. Some people do produce a little bit more oils than others, so I do suggest after you do this step, you do cleanse your nail plate with some kind of cleanser. All of the products that I'm using in this video is on my website. They are my brand, lgnpro.com. You can go there, you can check it out. But as you can see, once I finished removing that shine off of the nail plate, I'm dusting all of the dust off, and then I'm going to go in with that cleanser. This is the nail cleanser. It removes any kind of oils, it removes any kind of, what do you call that, like dust that may still be there. And I'm really going kind of not aggressive, but just like really digging into those sidewalls, making sure it's all cleaned out. And this also helps with dehydrating your nail plate. I like to do extra steps if possible, just to make sure I have the full advantage of getting no lifting. So yeah, we're just going in. I'm going to remove all of the dust, cleanse the nail plates, and then we're going to go into tips. for the tips, I'm going in as per usual, and I'm using my extra long stiletto nail tips. I contemplated going back and forth with these tips on whether I wanted to keep it the full length or just like cut the tip off a little bit. I did want to do a short version for this video, but you'll end up seeing I end up just cutting like the little tip off, and I just left it, you know, longer than normal, longer than I wanted to, I mean. Anyway, so as you can see right now, I am just taking out the tips that are fitting my natural nail, my free edge section, making sure it fits from sidewall to sidewall. You do want to make sure it fits from sidewall to sidewall, because you can definitely, if it's too short, it can cause, you know, your nails to crack in that, you know, certain section right there. And if it's too big, it's the same thing. It's not going to properly fit your nail, and if it's hanging over a little bit, that also could contribute to lifting around the sides. So you just want to make sure that you are fitting your nails properly and measuring it from sidewall to sidewall. Also, when gluing these down, you want to, for me personally, I like to make sure that I stay towards the free edge part. I don't like to glue it too high. I like to glue it as low as possible. This just helps me and makes sure that the, you know, what you call that, the gel is sticking to your nail plate versus a larger amount of the tips, if that makes sense, you know. I hope I'm making sense. But anyway, as you can see, I'm going in and I am just applying my tips. I do like to use my rubber-based gel to glue these down. I got a question asking, why do I prefer this? When I used to use regular glue, you know, the air dry glue, you know, the common glue that everybody uses to glue their nails down, I would commonly come across my nails lifting from underneath. And for me, that was annoying, because then I would constantly pick at it. It make the lifting underneath the nail worse, because I'm constantly picking at it. I'm always trying to clean it because there's dirt getting stuck under there. So I found when doing this method, using my rubber-based gel to glue the tips down, I didn't have that issue afterwards. It holds down really nicely. I don't get any lifting from underneath the nail. And for me personally, it's just easier to take off. If I do decide to soak the tip bottom portion off itself, the whole thing comes off really nicely. I don't have to worry about any kind of glue still being left behind. So yes, for me, this is my preferred method. When it comes to this little side lights, we are coming out with a white one really soon, which I'm super excited about. It is going to be portable, rechargeable. You can move it around. The one I have currently clamps to the desk, and it did good. I'm not gonna lie, this is a good light. I just want mine to be able to move it around the table if I wanted to. It's just easier, you know, where you can place it exactly where you want it. When it comes to the clamp, you kind of just like clamp it there and it has to stay in that same position. So yeah, so I'm super excited for this lamp to come, and I hope you guys are really going to like it. It's really cute. And yeah, so like I said, we're just gluing these down, and it's super fast. As you can see, it's a 1 2 3 thing just to glue them down with the light. I'm not having to worry about letting it air dry, making sure is it stuck on or not. So yeah, that's what these are looking like. Super cute. Now from here, I do go in and I just cut that little tip off, and this ends up turning them more into like a coffin shape. I want to say it's like in between a ballerina and coffin. But yeah, I'm just making sure that they're all the same length, and then we're gonna go back in and we're going to file that surface, and you'll see that in a bit. At this point, I am taking out my 180 stanzing band. I'm using this at 6,000 RPM, and this is where I go ahead and blend that tip in to the nail plate, and then I do go over the surface of the nail. When I do this, this is going to help the product stick to the tip, and you won't get any kind of separation. I tried to keep this video, all the video actually is in real time. I do end up cutting out certain parts, not because, like, if I'm not physically recording anything, that's the parts that I'm cutting out. It's because either I went to the bathroom or my doorbell rang and I had to step away. But for the most part, or even like if I ended up having to cure it, you are going to see that I do cut that out because I don't want you to just stare at a blank screen for a whole 60 seconds. So but like I said, for the most part, it's all in real time. So I'm just going ahead, I'm taking that tip and I am blending it into the nail plate. I did ask you guys to ask me some questions that you guys wanted to know. So I do have to go back and just look for those questions. Honestly, I think it was just only a couple questions, maybe like 2 or 3, honestly. Like a lot of you didn't give me any kind of real questions. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let you watch this part and then I'll come back.
There's so much that I can see, memories we can't deny, a picture in a gallery, hold images of both our lives. And I'm hoping that someone like you will come around and hold me like you do. And I'm hoping that someone like you will come around and hold me like you do. Maybe I can call you up, we'll talk until a better day. I can tell you've had enough, so we can go our separate ways. We can go our separate ways.
After I've already blended that tip into the nail plate, I'm gonna go in. I did dust off any kind of dust floating around. I'm going in with my dehydrator, and this is an extra added step just to make sure that there is no physical oils in like floating on your nail plate. This just ensures, you know, extra protection on, you know, no lifting. You do want to do 1 coat of this. This is just going to dehydrate your nail plate. It's gonna make it look dry, and this is also kinds of like the prep before your base. Now for the base gel, this is my rubber base gel, and when I apply my rubber base gel, I do kind of try to remove majority of the product off of the brush. You want very little per nail, and what I'm doing is I'm really kind of like scrubbing it into that nail plate. Someone did say something about why am I not just applying it like nail polish? Well, this is, you don't want to apply it. That's not what this is. It's not nail polish. It's a base gel, and this is prepping your nails to apply the hard gel. You want to take this product, and that's how it was designed, to rub it and scrub it into your nail plate, making sure you're getting it in between those grooves. If all you're doing is just floating it on, it's just sitting on top, it's not going to get into those little cracks. It may look like it just looking at it and glancing at it, but like I stated, you want to make sure you're pushing it right into the surface of the nail plate. I do go over the entire tip as well. You don't really need to. This is mainly for your nail plate. Like I said, once again, just rub it in there, really scrub it in, making sure you're covering the full entire surface. And then you are going to do a full cure for 60 seconds. There's a couple comments asking about lifting. Let me see if I don't even think I could find it, but it was something like, how can I, you know, prevent lifting? You're commonly getting lifting here, left. I don't know what to do. If your prep is not down packed, you're gonna get lifting. As you're also, sometimes people don't even notice when they file the tip, they're grabbing the finger, they're grabbing the person's finger, and even if it's yourself, and if you're touching your nail plate with your finger, your skin carries oils, and that can definitely get transferred to your nail plate. So that's why I love doing dehydrator, making sure if by mistake, if I touched it, that dehydrator is gonna catch it. If you need to do 2 coats, do 2 coats just to ensure it. And then you go in with your base gel. This base gel was designed for the system. Someone said something about adding a primer. You don't need a primer with this system. Your base gel is your primer. That's the bonds are between your nail plate and the hard gel. So that's why I do suggest rubbing it in there and making sure you're taking your time when doing that step. So like I said, I did cure it for a full 60 seconds. Now for this design, I really wanted to keep it simple and something just direct, focusing on one thing, and that's just strictly applying the hard gel. I'm going in with my Simply Pink hard gel. This is non-soak off. You do need to file it off. Now, what I should have did in this video was applied a clear hard gel first, because what I like to do, and I don't know why I didn't do it, I think I was just so focused on trying to get that pink onto my nail. What I like to do is if I do end up doing a design, I'll go in with my clear, add a very thin layer, cure it for a full 60, and then go in with the color. So when I do decide to change the design, I could file off that color and then I'll just file it back to that clear layer and then do another design on top of it. It's super easy instead of just, you know, cutting off your nails, trying to remove anything and starting from scratch. So this just also saves time for when you're doing your nails the next time. But as you can see, I just went straight in with the pink. I do like to put a slip layer on first, and then I take a larger amount and just like float it on top and sway it to left and right. But yeah, so I do end up adding a little bit more. I do like to flash cure in between for at least 15 seconds, and then I kind of look at it from all sides and angles, and if I do need to add a little bit more product, then I'll do it. But yeah, once again, I'm just taking that product and just laying it on top. I do sometimes flip my nails upside down to let, you know, gravity do its thing and pull that gel straight down to that center portion of the nail where I would want the apex to go. But honestly, the more you play with the hard gel, you know, you're gonna get better. You're not gonna get it right on the first day. It took me a while to get comfortable with hard gel. I'm not even gonna say comfortable. It took me a while to really understand the hard gel, I guess I should say it like that. But the more you play with it, the more you'll understand. If you end up touching your skin with the hard gel and you leave it like that and then you go to cure and you just continue doing it and then be like, oh, I'm gonna file it off later, it could definitely cause lifting. You don't want to cure the hard gel while it's still touching your skin. That's one thing I've learned, and I don't know if like this is for other people, but I was definitely getting lifting because of it being like too close to around my cuticle section. So you definitely want to make sure that it's not too close before you cure it. If you do end up getting it too close to your cuticle, you do want to take something pointy, you know, like a cuticle, what is that called, a cuticle pusher or whatever, and just scrape around that cuticle section just to clean it up before curing. Now for this video, I am just gonna do this color across all of the nails, like I said, just to keep it simple. I didn't want to do any kind of crazy design because then this video would have been like 8 hours long. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do the same thing to each nail, making sure I cure before moving on to the next nail. Some people like to do 2 nails at a time. I don't. I like to keep, you know, play it safe and just do one. But yeah, so I'm just gonna actually answer maybe like 3 questions that I got, and then I'll just let you guys watch this video. But so the first one was how to prevent caviar beads from turning, and I feel like I covered this in multiple videos, but like I said, I'll just say it again. When you're doing caviar beads, you do want to cover it with some kind of clear coat, whether you dip the caviar beads into the top coat first and then apply it, or you can definitely go in with a detail brush and just you know, coat it after you've already added it to your nails. Either way is perfectly fine, whichever you prefer. I like to apply it after. I don't like to apply, like dip the carrier beads into the gel and then apply it. I don't like doing it that way, but it's everybody's perfect personal preference how they like to do it. You do need to cover it with something though, with either your hard gel, with a base gel, just something to, you know, protect the gold from turning. And then, you know, definitely cure it for a full 60 seconds. Another question is, what is the difference between rubber base gel and regular base coat? Base coat was designed to go under gel polish. Every company has their own base gel to go with their system. So like, just like Macart has their base gel, they have a regular base gel. Theirs is not rubber base gel. My particular base gel is a rubber base gel. This is designed to protect your natural nail plate. It's designed to be the primer prep before your hard gel. And you know, the gel itself, the base gel itself, is designed for this hard gel system. Not to say you could use it with anything else, you can, but you don't want to constantly mix different name brands with different products, because you don't know if it's going to cause a chemical reaction onto your nail plate. Rubber base gel is a little bit more flexible. It bends with your natural nail. It's specifically designed more for brittle and fragile nails, so that's where that protective properties come into play. I prefer a rubber base over a regular base gel. Another question was, does gel help does gel help your nails grow? Gel helps protect your nails. I wouldn't say it necessarily helps your nails grow. Vitamins help your nails grow. You know, taking care of your nails grow. Gel is more of a protective layer, just protecting it so it doesn't break. What damages people's nails, honestly, is people themselves. Whether it's your nail tech being too rough on your nail plate, that's what's making your nails brittle. You physically trying to prep your nails so much that you're making your nails thin, that's what's making your nails brittle. It's not the product itself. It's honestly physically the person, whoever is doing the nails, the design, whatever it is. You're yourself, if you're hard on your nails too, and if you're constantly slamming and jamming your nails, or like being super rough with your hands, that could definitely cause damage to your nails. Your health itself plays a part. So I can't necessarily say that it's a product or a gel that's harming, you know, your nail plate. It's the person. But gel definitely can help play a role in protecting your nail plate and allowing it to grow. But if you're trying to make your nails grow longer, definitely take like some vitamins, like, you know, biotin, that hair, skin, and nails kind of thing. But yeah, it'll protect it from not breaking. What's another question? So it's not really a question, it's just somebody wanting to see the camera and my film setup. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and do a dedicated separate video for that, because I am actually trying to change it up a little bit. So I think I'm going to update my setup first and then show you guys, because I think that's going to be a better video and a little bit more things to talk about. But yeah, I think that's all of the questions. I don't think I have anything else, so I am gonna go ahead. And oh, someone did say, how long does gel last? Gel lasts as long as you are protecting your nails. If people who slam their nails a lot tend to get lifting, like I said, it's not the gel itself that's causing lifting, it's the people doing the nail. If they're not prepping the nail properly, if you yourself is rough a lot, if you are washing your hands or taking really hot showers, that can cause lifting. So whether it's hard gel, whether it's poly gel, whether it's acrylic, they're all gonna last around the same, between 4 to 6 weeks with really good prep, sometimes even longer. Honestly, it also depends on the person, the way they're treating their nails. So it's not really, I know that's probably not like the best answer for some of you. You probably wanted a direct answer, like, oh, it lasts like 3 weeks and that's it. No, it lasts as long as you are taking care of your nails and whoever's prepping your nails as well. But yeah, now I think that's the last question. So I am going to just let you guys continue watching, and yeah, find some pretty good music for you guys to listen to at that.
I like nervous look on your face when you're starting to think that you're talking too much. I like how we just met, and I'm not even slightly afraid to be opening up. I like that we've been sitting here, hands moving around the clock, and I still can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. You look in my eyes and I already hope this lasts. Trying hard not to jump, not to move too fast. But we could go all in. We could be in love by the end of the night. Sitting here talking, kissing your lips and I'm coming alive. Or we could start running, make a list of ways that the time just isn't right. Or we could go all in. Yeah, we could be in love by the end of the night. By the end of the night. I like the way you're holding me close, arms wrapped around my waist like you've done it all your life. I like the way it feels to have you running lap after lap all over my mind. Yeah, if the world ended today and I was sat right here by your side, that'd be alright. Yeah, that'd be alright. You look in my eyes and I already hope this lasts. Trying hard not to jump, not to move too fast. But we could go all in. We could be in love by the end of the night. Sitting here talking, kissing your lips and I'm coming alive. Or we could start running, make a list of ways that the time just isn't right. Or we could go all in. Yeah, we could be in love by the end of the night. By the end of the night. I like that nervous look on your face when you're starting to think that you're talking too much. I like how we just met, and I'm not even slightly afraid to be opening up. I like that we've been sitting here, hands moving around the clock, and I still can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. But we could go all in. We could be in love by the end of the night. Sitting here talking, kissing your lips and I'm coming alive. Or we could start running, make a list of ways that the time just isn't right. Or we could go all in. Yeah, we could be in love by the end of the night. By the end of the night. We could go all in. Yeah, we could be in love by the end of the night. By the end of the night.
There's so much that I can see, memories we can't deny, a picture in a gallery, hold images of both our lives. And I'm hoping that someone like you will come round and hold me like you do. And I'm hoping that someone like you will come round and hold me like you do. Maybe I can call you up, we'll talk until a better day. I can tell you've had enough, so we can go our separate ways. picture perfect on the surface. Oh, these illusions that we worship. I see the walls coming down. I hope someday we'll build them up on solid ground. Consequences go unnoticed, like the weight that's on our shoulders, pulling us down, but we don't know it.
So as I was watching this, I just want to apologize if it kept blurring out. I don't know what was up with my camera. I think I didn't have it on focus or manual focus. So if you did see those blurry moments, I apologize, but I still kept it in because I promised I wanted this to be in real time. So I didn't want to physically cut out the moments where I was applying the gel and all that good stuff. Y'all know what I mean. So nails are already done. They are fully cured for 60 seconds. I am pushing the skin away from the nails just to make sure that nothing is stuck and I'll be able to really get up in there with my nail file. Now I'm going in with a 100-180 grit nail file, and when I file these nails, I do like to go from underneath and then go on these sidewalls. I did forget to mention I did go ahead and cleanse the nails with my nail cleanser before filing. After you cure it, you do get that sticky layer, that sticky residue left over. You do want to remove that before filing. Someone actually did state that she couldn't get them to fully cure and they kept feeling sticky, and I guess she didn't really understand that there is a sticky residue left over. It is normal. It doesn't mean that it's not fully cured. That's just how this hard gel works. You just need to cleanse the nails, but they're fully cured. So yeah, so I like to do my side walls first, going from the left to the right, making sure it's fully straight, and then I do go and file the tip straight, and then after that I do go over the surface with a hand file, and this is where I really prep and shape the nails. I've been liking hand filing way more than the drill. When I use the drill now, I kind of just tend to focus around that cuticle section, even though filing with the drill may be super, may cut down a lot of time. Hard gel is really easy to file, so that's why I don't mind filing it with a nail file, manual file. But once again, this is all up to your preference, how you guys prefer to file. Like I said, I don't know, I just like filing with my my hand file now. I feel like I have a little bit more control than the drill. But once again, I'm just gonna let you guys watch. I do go over the surface, and then you are going to see me use the drill after.
There ain't no sunshine like they say. Every time she's gone away, I think I wanna hold you. I think I wanna hold you. I love the way your skin reminds me of the days when we were young and free. A simple melody could take us to a place where it's just you and me. But when you're out there on your own, I'll be waiting here back home, wondering if you're missing me, 'cause I'm missing you. There ain't no sunshine like they say. Every time she's gone away, I think I wanna hold you. I think I wanna hold you. And I'm losing sleep here in LA, thinking about them good old days. I think I wanna hold you. I think I wanna hold you. I love the way your smile can drive me crazy even when you're not around. The fragrance of your love has got me high and I ain't ever coming down. But when you're out there on your own, I'll be waiting here back home, hoping that you're missing me, 'cause I'm missing you. And there ain't no sunshine like they say. Every time she's gone
wanna hold you. But there ain't no sunshine like they say. Every time she's gone away, I think I wanna hold you. I think I wanna hold you. I'm losing sleep here in LA, thinking about them good old days. I think I wanna hold you. I think I wanna hold you. I think I wanna hold you. When I was only 10, I was told by a man. He smiled as he said, girl, you need to understand. Unless you grow thinner, no man would ever want you. And what a grown-up said, I believe as children do. She wasn't made for your pleasure. Don't you blame it on human nature. She wasn't made for your pleasure. Oh, who will love her? Daisy, go dress yourself in a red disguise. To look like a rose, you must pay a heavy price. Try to be beautiful and pleasing to the eye. Run after your youth till the day that you die. She wasn't made for your pleasure. Don't you blame it on human nature. She wasn't made for your pleasure. No, no. She wasn't made for your pleasure. Don't you blame it on human nature. She wasn't made for your pleasure. Oh, who will love her?
Once I finished hand filing everything, I'm going in. I am taking out my fine taper drill bit. I'm going to use this at around 20,000 RPM, and this is where I start focusing around that cuticle section. This is just going to help, make sure that the tip, you give me the tip, that the gel around that cuticle section is really clean lines, and it blends well with your natural nail plate all up in that cuticle section. This is also going to help with lifting, so you do want to make sure you're doing this really well, but you don't want to do it so much where you're digging into your nail plate. I've seen someone do this so much where they end up getting, like, they call it the ring of fire. You want to be honestly very careful when doing this part too. This is where a lot of the people get like the most damaged as well, because they're trying to get that cuticle section really perfect. And sometimes this is I think also for me where I had the most trouble at. Honestly, it was just I had to really continue practicing. I did not get it overnight. It took me a while to understand how to physically do it properly. There's only so many ways that I can tell you what you need to do, but honestly, you yourself needs to be hands-on and just physically doing it, feeling the motion. You'll end up getting it. It's gonna take a little while, but I got a couple questions about this process as well, and you know, I think there needs to be maybe a dedicated video just for that, how to hold the drill. There's plenty of videos out there that I can point out as well for you guys if you guys want that. But this definitely is a step that you kind of don't really want to miss, and just making sure you get this down packed. Once again, this helps with a lot of your lifting issues.
The sky turns gray against a fiery display of red and golden hues, like the day I fell for you. So what will you do when the sun begins to fall? I'm waiting here for you. Won't you answer my call? Don't you wanna get cozy with me? We'll dive into a reverie. Oh, don't you wanna get cozy? We'll sail across an ocean of sheets. Da, 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 da.
So from there, I'm going to go in. I'm going to use this white buffing black and buff over the surface of the nails. Now, you don't want to remove every single scratch. Like, you don't want to buff your nails to death. You want to buff it enough where you're seeing less scratches than you did have. But after that, I do go in with my nail cleanser and then cleanse the surface of the nails, making sure it's all clean, it is dust free, and it's ready for my top coat.
Oh, don't you wanna get cozy? We'll sail across an ocean of sheets. Da, 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 da. Me sad, but with you to hold and have, as the days they get shorter, we have reason to get closer. Don't you wanna get cozy with me? We'll dive into a reverie. Don't you wanna get cozy? We'll sail across an ocean of sheets. Da, 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 da. Don't you wanna get cozy with me?
So last and final step for this real-time video is my top coat. So top coat, I'm using my shiny no wipe top coat, and once again I'm just gonna apply this. Sometimes I do like to apply 2 layers of this, and I am a little heavy when it comes to the top coat. I really like it to look like that extra glass effect. I think it looks really cool when you apply a thicker layer of top coat. You just need to be careful that you're not applying so much where it's like running into your cuticle and down the sidewalls. But yeah, once I do this, I do go ahead and I do a final cure for 60 seconds. When it comes to the thumb, I just want to mention, I do like to do my thumb separate. So I do my 4 nails first, I cure that for a full 60, and then I do my thumb and I cure that separate. And the only reason for that is because sometimes when you take your hand and put it in the lamp, you have to kind of turn your thumb towards up so the gel is not running, and I just like to do it separate. It's just easier for me, and I just make sure that, you know, nothing is moving out of place where I don't want it to be. But once again, like I said, I just do a full cure for 60 seconds.
I'm not really sure what happened just now. It's all a blur from when you walked in, walked out. I'm used to being on the ready, but you got me unsteady. Driving home, going in circles with questions. Something about you's got me pulled new directions. I'm not used to second guessing, but you got me unsteady.
And now I can't stop thinking about you. Trying to sleep, but no pillow will do. I'm running my mind over time. I stay wide as the moon. Girl, you know I can't stop thinking about.
Okay, I lied. This is the final step. I go in with cuticle oil, and I don't know why I never mention it in the videos, but I always apply cuticle oil. Cuticle oil is the best for your nails. This one is by Good Girls Press. Is that what she's called? Let me see. Yeah, Good Girls Press. I'll try to find the link to her, but she does these. It's like flower infused oil. It smells so good. I'm actually almost done with my bottle, but it just leaves your nails looking really good. Now, I kind of applied a little bit too much, so I do go in with that nail cleanser and just clean the surface of my nails again. But this cuticle oil is bomb. I love it. But anyway, this is what they are looking like. I'm super happy. You guys know I just love a really clean looking nail as well. Some of my nails designs be a little bit busy or a lot busy, but I really wanted this video to just be specifically, you know, just basic nail design, 1 2 3, something, just a really quick overlay, nothing too crazy, because we would have been here for a really long time. Like I stated earlier, if I would have tried to do any kind of encapsulation or something, it definitely, the time would have doubled. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this real-time video, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll think about doing a couple more. I don't know, we'll see. But it was different doing this video, but I enjoyed it just as I always do, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Please give me a thumbs up, like this video, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love ya.